Welcome to the Monday Show.
Oh, hey, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Show.
We're back, everybody. We took last week off.
Took last week off because we felt like it. You'll get what you get, you filthy little piggies.
And you'll enjoy it. Hey, I'm Adam Todd Brown. Who are you?
Stop you guys.
That was the whole. And who are you?
I'm the whole Jeff.
The whole Jeff May.
See, and I'm not wearing pants, Adam. Look.
Oh, what the hell's going on?
I thought we valley. It's hot in the valley today.
I thought we ran a professional operation.
And I'm professionally pantsless, bitch.
We don't run a professional operation.
We are professional in that we're more talented than a lot of people who make more money than us.
There's that. There's definitely, we're professional in that.
We're just bad at making money.
Yeah. We need to be scammier about what we do. We need to start pushing some crypto investment opportunities.
Yeah, like supplements.
Yeah, some sups.
I could lie about all the stuff I take.
Yeah.
Instead of saying I take a 1 a day and some osteobiflex, I could say I take your putrid piss powder that I shake into my fucking oat milk every morning.
I've recently had to get my blood sugar down. How'd I do it? Colloidal silver.
There
available in our shop right now.
Yeah. Code Silver Pops for
So, Jeff, how have you been, bud?
We don't
hit it, Brett.
You
know
that.
The hardest part of the show for me. No, Jeff got way into telling me how he was.
Because that's when I have to spend all sorts of time.
I just want to watch you shred, man.
Full of guests, what they're up to. When all I really want to talk about is what I've been doing for the past 7 days. That's why we call this segment This Week in Me. And it's about to get real intense.
Music to me seems like
fade it out, Brett.
Magic. Whenever I see like a musician craft something with an instrument or something like that, I'm always like, that's not, how'd you do that?
Yeah, I've mentioned this a bunch, but when I was on the Portugal the Man tour, I was talking to Kyle, the keyboard player at the time, and he was like, man, I don't know how you do what you do. You just get on stage, you have nothing to hide behind. Like, man, you play 2 keyboards at once while singing. I could not do that.
John said something very similar to me because he was like, I get to hide behind a guitar.
If I had to play a guitar, like, who the fuck am I? One of those comedians who plays guitar while they do comedy?
Yeah. What am I, Nick Thune?
Yeah.
What am I, Morgan J? No, I was like sitting, he's like, yeah, but he's like, it was like a very similar thing. He's like, you're naked up there. Like, I get to hide behind my guitar and play and sing. And I'm just like, I've been talking my whole life.
Yeah. You have to sing.
You have to do a talent. I just have to be me on stage. Like, that's easy.
Yeah. But I think that's probably kind of a common thing. I bet a lot of comedians and musicians think about each other that way.
Yeah. I know they always say like this guy wants to be a this and that comedians want to be actors or the whole thing.
What I'm getting at is me and Jeff are universally admired by most musicians.
Yes, at how good we are at speaking into a microphone sometimes.
Yeah, we're great at it. So speaking of people who are great at most things, should we get into our first segment?
Yep.
Did you know the world is on goddamn fire right now? What part of the world? All of the world. It's enough to make a person ask themselves or someone nearby, are we doomed? That's the name of this segment. Now let's find out. Fade it out, Brett.
Oh, are we doomed?
Are we? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Us specifically in California.
Yeah. Us for sure. I mentioned this on last week's Conspiracy the Show, I believe. I might have edited it out, but I was watching the Indian Wells tennis tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, a plane flew overhead and the cameraman just immediately cut to the plane. It's like, oh, if we get nuked, this guy's going to catch some history.
Yeah.
Camera.
This guy's doing it for the long term.
Yeah. He knows what
They're
what
like,
it's
how are we
California.
how are we going to beat the bee swarm from last time?
Oh, that was magic.
How about a B-52 swarm?
All right. I do remember the time on New Year's Day when I was living in Burbank and a fucking bomber flew overhead. And I was like,
what? Rose Bowl.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's that? Oh, yeah, the Rose Bowl. Never mind.
Yep. The Rose Bowl gets you on New Year's Day out here.
Yeah, it's a fucking stealth bomber, not being stealth at all. Like
No.
can't do it.
It's radar stealth. It's not.
Yeah. You're going to know if it
stealth.
comes rolling down the street.
You could
So,
hear
yeah.
the planes in Top Gun 2.
Yeah, you sure can. You sure can.
And
Top
they're
Gun
awesome
2.
because that movie's awesome.
I remember I saw a trailer for Top Gun 2, and one of the quotes was one of the best films I've ever seen. And I was like, okay, that seems like hyperbole. God damn, that's one of the best movies I've ever seen. It really is. So we should get to what we're actually doomed about.
Yes, because we are doomed, but for many reasons.
Many, many, many reasons. Jake Paul. First, he took the world of whatever the fuck he does on YouTube by storm. Next, it was boxing, where he has amassed an impressive record of knocking out a bunch of less in shape, much older men and acting like it makes him one of the greatest to ever do it. And now Jake Paul's looking to dominate the world of politics. Jeff, you gonna vote for Jake Paul?
No,
Why not?
because he's a moron.
He's a man.
He sucks.
Why are you being DEI about this?
Because he's a bad person and I don't like him.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
At a recent rally,
Bad.
at a recent rally in Kentucky, Jeff's president Donald Trump
Hey,
insinuated Jake Paul would soon run for office. During his speech, Jake Paul said he and Trump never back down from a fight unless it's, against a legitimate boxer or Russia.
to be fair, he didn't back down. He just got his jaw broken.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He also talked about how he hoped to see more factories opening and operating throughout the country. Jake Paul's basically Bruce Springsteen, if you think about it. And after Jake Paul's speech, Trump took to the stage and said, I'm going to make a prediction that he will be in the not too distant future running for political office. And you have my complete and total endorsement. End quote.
That's bad. I don't like it.
Do you think Jake Paul would actually have a chance of winning political office?
Depends on if he's going to be 6'7" about it.
Hey, 6'7". Woo! That was for you, kids. Also, if you're kids, why are you listening to this?
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
We're too unk for you.
exactly. So I don't think Jake Paul is actually a concern when it comes to politics. I feel like he is more online than we realize.
Yeah, remember he posted a big thing about being like super pro ice, and then his brother's just like, just so you know, I don't agree with my brother just because I love him.
Yeah.
I thought he's like, I'm not, which I actually say is like huge for Logan Paul to be like, hey, not me though.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
definitely.
that guy. Although I don't know if that had anything to do with his like WWE contract.
Well, also the fact that they fucking live in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul was posting all of that in response to Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl. And I just feel like even with Trump's base, with the really diehard MAGA types, I feel like he's losing a bunch of them also right now. And I think in general, there's going to be not as much of an appetite for voting for someone just because you recognize their name and you like them. I feel like a lot of people have tried that with Trump and they're finding it's not what they were hoping for. So now you're seeing MAGA candidates all over the place losing elections. And I feel like if Jake Paul ran for office, he'd get fucking annihilated because he's also speaking to a demo that I don't think votes that much.
Yeah, that there is that. I mean, I guess there's like sort of that like rock the vote kind of vibe that you could have. Be like, you want to go out so you can vote for me, but also like you have to know that he's like a fucking. I don't want to say loser because I don't think that's a proper way to describe him. Moron.
Yeah.
Like he's not like he's very good at what he does, but this is not what he does.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know what to say like.
Yeah, in terms of famous people who could run for office, he doesn't worry me. I could see someone like Mark Cuban running for office.
Yeah.
And
Mark Cuban seems like the best version of a Trump that would run for office, in my opinion.
yeah, I kind of agree. I think it was on this episode. I think it was an Enemy of My Enemy segment where we talked about his Cost Plus Drugs company, which is
where he's just like, let's get some people some fucking medicine, man.
it is a legitimately good thing. And he says he wants to kind of do the same thing with healthcare. I could see if a famous billionaire decided to run on shit like that, like let's actually make healthcare affordable.
Yeah,
That could do some damage.
Mackenzie Phillips, was that her name?
Mackenzie Scott, if you're talking
Mackenzie
about
Scott. Yeah, she seems like somebody that I'd be like, why don't you run for something? You seem like a pretty good
maybe
fucking billionaire. Just
Yeah.
taking all that Amazon money and just funneling it into like HBCUs and stuff.
Yeah, she would be an interesting choice. Who knows? Anyone but Gavin Newsom, you know? I would prefer it not be Gavin Newsom.
I sure would.
2028. But
hey, at least at least it's all the same as if Kamala Harris won.
yeah.
At least America's exactly the same as if Kamala Harris won.
Yeah, we would absolutely be at war with Iran right now.
Yeah. These are the same picture.
Yes.
Okay, now that we've got that out of the way.
Yeah. Kamala Harris, big backer of Project 2025. We know that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Thanks, America. Hey, next segment.
You know how they say that sometimes life imitates art? Well, it's true. And unfortunately, it seems like every day, one television show in particular comes just a little bit closer to being a full-on documentary. This segment is called There's a Black Mirror episode about that. Fade it out, Brett.
Ooh, Black Mirror coming back for a new season.
This is the least surprising story we've had when you send me this, I was like, yeah, they've probably been doing that for a while, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't heard stories about this before. And just want to mention, we got a triple rock block of AI stories coming your way, folks. Starting with this one. If you recall, one of the more memorable episodes of Black Mirror, Series 4, Episode 5, Metalhead. It's an all black and white episode about
upsetting.
It is. Yeah. It's a horrifying episode. It's about a woman trying to flee a pack of robotic dogs.
Yeah, because she's trying to find like food or something, right? Like something in like I forget what it is. It's like in a warehouse, right? And she accidentally triggers like a dog.
Yeah. She triggers the security dog.
And it very much was designed to look exactly like the Boston Dynamics dogs that they were making at the time, which I thought was great. The part where it tries to like look for a weapon and it finds like a knife and it just like adapts to hold on to the knife so it can stab the person to death is such a fucking terrifying thing.
Yeah. It's horrifying. And it's real now. You just mentioned the Boston Dynamics dog, famous dog robot called Big Dog. We'll link to a video of it. You've all seen it. And like I always say, if you can't run with the big dog, stay on the porch. You know, my famous t-shirt company line.
Yeah, I remember that. That was co-ed naked big dog porch.
Yep.
I believe was your thing.
Big robot dog on the porch slamming a beer.
Big Dog Johnson, they call it.
So Boston Dynamics has now rolled out a new robot dog named Spot. I guess that part's cute. It is capable of navigating complex landscapes on its own and alerting authorities when security threats arise. So, of course, Spot has been employed recently protecting data centers.
This quote is so insanely dystopian that I was like, I mean, I want to say something that you would have to edit out about these people. So I'm not going to say it.
The quote,
you know what I'm thinking.
The quote in question from Mary Frayne, Senior Director of Product Management at Boston Dynamics. We've seen a huge uptick in interest from data centers in the last year, which is probably not surprising given the investment. in that space, end quote.
We are protecting the burning of American resources in order to show people what it would look like if they were a chef.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's what I look like at work. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What would you look like wearing this sweatshirt?
ChatGPT, what do you know about me? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you doing that? Stop doing that.
Stop doing it and stop buying robot dogs.
Stop buying robot dogs, man. Buy a real dog. There's some in the shelter. They're terrible, but buy one.
They'll bite people at your data centers.
Yeah.
Just as well as robot dogs.
Get a fucking junkyard dog outside of your data center.
Those are cool.
You can say like
For the record, speaking of the investment Mary Frayne was talking about, so far companies have invested nearly $700 billion into the build out of AI infrastructure in the US, which is right around the GDP of countries like Sweden, which not a third world country.
It's a lot of red wooden horses.
Yeah, they're doing a lot,
Hey, I hope these fail.
Yeah, I would like that. Some of these data centers, case in point, Meta is building one called Hyperion. It is expected to be about 4 times the size of Central Park. So they're going to need a lot of dogs, whole lot of dogs. Spot costs anywhere from $175,000 to $300,000.
What's the more expensive model have like a CD player and remote, like automatic windows and stuff?
Yeah, probably drone strike capabilities, things like that.
The $300,000 model will grab a knife.
Yeah, it's also made from leather. It's plush. Smells of rich mahogany.
Hell yeah, man. Spray that thing down with a hose and keep it in the sun. Lock that thing up real fast.
Boston Dynamics does say Spot will pay for himself within a couple years. Probably.
How?
Well, by saving money on security costs.
Oh, by preventing jobs.
Yes. And also, you're going to make some influencer money just posting reels of him doing cute shit.
Yeah. Boston's a union city. So like, I'm very shocked that like certain members of the seedier side of Boston have not really fucked up Boston Dynamics.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised the North End or the South End hasn't gotten involved.
Yeah. You think they're still in Boston, though? I bet they're not. It's
where they hang out.
They're probably in fucking Robert Kraft's secret lair somewhere doing this shit.
Oh, Boston Dynamics? They like to be near MIT.
That makes sense.
They love it.
Yeah.
They want to be near the Charles River, which is hopefully where they'll eventually be found.
Spot is also capable of doing things like industrial inspection, site mapping, and construction monitoring. So if you work in construction, start prepping for the day when your supervisor is a robot dog of terrifying proportions.
The hammer game at the carnival, start practicing.
You mean the one
trying to ring that bell?
Where you hit the thing and the bell goes all the way up?
And you hit the thing and the thing goes up, yeah.
You think that will take out Spot? I feel like Spot's prepped for shit like that.
I don't know. What are you going to jump on it like a Mario character?
Yes.
And
correct.
then start swinging.
And then start riding it. I would just make it my own, make it do. See, have you considered that? I'm pretty good with pets. What if Spot walks up and I'm just like, let me see that belly. How about some scritch?
But you're bad with robots. And it's a robot before it's a pet.
But I can flip it. I can change it, Jeff, I think. Because I'm that good with pets. I'm basically the Sarah McLachlan of dealing with animals.
I don't know if that's true. You're like Robo McLaughlin?
Yeah, I think so.
In the arms of an angel.
Hey, here's a quote. I see AI as an augmentation of knowledge work, but I see robotics, humanoid robotics, as a replacement for manual work. That is Zach Kidd, founder of AI company Ask Humans.
Somebody should redacted Zach Kidd.
Well, I feel like Zach is more making a point in that we're all super worried about AI taking the smart people jobs. And he's like, yeah, facts. But also these robots are going to take the other jobs as well.
Yeah, disenfranchising blue collar workers is how we got into this problem in the first place.
Yep. And it's only going to get worse. So with that in mind, next segment. Y'all got any enemies? I sure do. A whole bunch of them, in fact. And do you know what I absolutely love? I love it when my enemies fight. And that's what this segment is about. It's called Enemy of My Enemy. Let's go.
Fade it out, Brett. Ooh, Enemy of My Enemy, America's favorite Monday show segment.
This might be the biggest stretch of an enemy of my enemy we've had in a while, too.
It really is. It really is. But at least there is one AI company out there still attempting to hold on to some shred of human decency. There is currently a battle underway between the AI company Anthropic and the Department of Defense. The gist is the military wants to be able to use AI to kill people without any human monitoring or intervention of any sort, and for surveillance, obviously. And apparently Anthropic must be the best for that, because they are who the government wanted to use. But Anthropic actually objected to the Department of Defense using their AI software to indiscriminately kill people and for mass surveillance.
Boy, the bloodlust that Pete Hegseth has is unhinged to me.
It's unreal. I've never seen someone so comfortable getting in front of cameras and just, without saying the actual words, being like, man, I love killing people.
It's almost like killing people is made of alcohol.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
how much Pete Hegseth loves it.
like maybe he swapped one addiction with another.
Yeah. Alcoholism for murder, but also he's still an alcoholic.
I'm sure he is. Yeah.
But at least he can do 50 half pull-ups.
Ugh, that fucking guy. And of course he's a Vikings fan. Ugh. So Anthropic refusing to allow their AI to be used for this caused the government to label them a supply chain risk because retaliation. And so now anyone who contracts with the government is kind of banned from working with.
Like, that's one of those things when you're, to be fair, there probably is supply chain risk, but that's one of those things where if you're a fan of this government, you should see that and be like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's no waking up for these people. When you see them say, oh, you're our enemy, so now you're a supply chain risk because you don't want us to indiscriminately kill people with AI, even though we've been using AI and it's been disastrous at every turn.
Yeah.
It really goes to show you the value that this government has on human life, which is it's almost burdensome.
Yeah. And I think as far as people still supporting this, there's just some Trump supporters where there is no line. He's right there. I think he was right when he was like, man, I could shoot someone in the middle of Fifth Avenue and my supporters would be fine with it. I just think he has overestimated how many of his supporters are that rabid in supporting him. And I don't know. I think they're losing it a little bit. But whatever the case, now Microsoft and a group of retired military leaders are backing Anthropic in their fight against the Department of Defense. So this is kind of like a triple enemy of my enemy. You got old military heads, you got Microsoft, you got AI versus Pete Hegseth's Department of Defense.
The Department of what?
Sorry, the Department of War.
The Dow is up 50,000. That's what they meant by the Dow.
So Microsoft, in a legal filing, is challenging the security threat labeling and has asked the federal court to block the designation. In a separate court filing, a group of 22 retired military leaders allege that Hegseth is using his government power to carry out, quote, retribution against a private company that has displeased the leadership. And
I believe this is the crux of this is what the fuck is wrong with you?
it is, but this also to me reeks of, oh, well, when does the US military get involved in conflicts? Usually when we have financial interests. So what I'm hearing out of these 22 retired military leaders is, listen, bub, we've invested in Anthropic and we plan to keep making money. So don't call them a supply chain risk, which who's going to win? Who knows?
Let them fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, no matter who wins, we lose.
Microsoft's legal filing is asking the judge to order a temporary lifting of the designation to allow for more, quote, reasoned discussion between Anthropic
and the Trump administration. Anthropic probably just wants more money to kill people. Who knows?
And they're like, we don't want to pay you. We're from the Trump administration. Don't you understand how our contracts work? We sign the contract, then we don't pay it, and we say, sue us then.
Unless you're an ICE agent, you're definitely getting that bonus someday. Don't worry. So,
but at least we have a child molester president.
Yeah, and everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
Great, which is great. That 40
Thank God
grand,
it's not Kamala Harris, though.
yeah, that 40 grand is going to go a long, long way when you're out of The Hague in 25 years. So just joking, you're not going to get out.
No, you're not getting out. Are you fucking kidding me?
So this is actually the fourth legal filing that has happened in response to this. There are the two from Microsoft and the military. There was a third from a group of AI developers at Google and OpenAI, and a fourth from a group of organizations like the Cato Institute and the Electronic Frontier Foundation, which, at least in the case of like the Electronic Frontier Foundation, they're good. They're not.
That sounds like a group you'd run into at a Star Trek convention.
Well, they are big advocates of electronic privacy and ethics in tech, and they file a lot of lawsuits along these lines to try and get tech companies to not be evil monsters on the world stage. So the fact that they're involved at least speaks to this being a legitimate argument. And of course it's legitimate. Who wants the government using AI to murder people?
The government. Pete Hegseth.
That's the thing. This just really means someone else is going to get that contract, probably Brock.
Yeah. But in reality, it shouldn't be AI deciding who gets shot. It's kids that couldn't afford to go to college because we made it unaffordable. So we fooled them in a high school cafeteria to sign up for the military.
Yep.
That's who should be making those decisions.
You ever played Call of Duty? Same thing.
No.
Same thing.
Do you know that's why they changed the Army slogan?
No. What slogan?
It used to be all you can be. They changed it to Army of One because of the popularity of first-person shooters.
That does not surprise me at all.
That's why they released that really good FPS for free. Remember that? They released the United States military released a first-person shooter that you could download for free, and it was very good.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had an unlimited budget to make it. And it was basically just a massive recruiting tool.
They also released a commercial with a banging dubstep remix of 25 or 6 to 4 by Chicago. Imagine that being the thing that makes you decide, you know what? I want to go serve my country. I was on the fence, but then I heard Peter Cetera cranking through a dubstep remix of an old Chicago tune.
Yeah. America's Army is the name of the game, the series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter video games developed by the U.S. Army to inform, educate, and recruit prospective soldiers. Started in 2002.
Oh, well, I will never play it, and neither should you if you're listening at home.
Don't.
Fuck that propaganda.
Play games where you can shoot aliens or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Play fucking...
Don't play video games. How about that? Just do that. Just go outside.
I mean, if you need something to do.
Yeah, I mean, play
video games.
Look, it's not like I'm against video games. I only don't play video games because I would fucking totally sabotage my career.
Yeah. I have a video game system, and man, you get me on that fucking MLB The Show home run derby mode, I'll be up till 6 o'clock in the morning, slaughtering motherfuckers as Eddie Matthews.
I still fantasize about playing MVP Baseball 2005, which is the greatest baseball game ever made. MVP Baseball 2005. It had Manny Ramirez on the cover. It was a perfect game. Perfect game.
We should be gamers, man. What are we doing? All right, next.
We would immediately go broke.
Oh, 100%.
Immediately.
All right, next segment.
AI.
Oh, AI. One more AI story.
Oh God, we're going for the hat trick.
Yeah. Before we hit you with 3 Doobie Brothers songs in a row after this.
Hell yeah. Coming in hot right after this.
That is still one of my favorite Onion headlines ever. It just said local DJ has rock block of Doobie Brothers coming up after the break. That was a fucking article headline.
That's so good.
It was great. So Amazon, you ever heard of them?
Yeah, I sure have.
They recently had a pretty severe outage on their retail website where prices weren't displaying properly. And even if they were, users couldn't add anything. to their carts.
Hey, good.
It was just one of a bunch of serious outages that have hit the site recently. And because of all this, the brain power at Amazon decided to take a deep dive into their processes to see what was causing all the mayhem, Jeff. As it turns out, and this is very funny, the culprit was the same AI tools Amazon has been pushing its own engineers and developers to adopt. An internal document prepared for a meeting about the issue identified, quote, Gen AI assisted changes as, quote, or end quote, as a main factor in the incidents. But then that reference was deleted right before the meeting actually took place. But some hero within Amazon leaked that report unedited to the Financial Times.
It seems to me as if AI is not doing what people thought it was going to do.
I don't understand the rush. That's the part I don't get. We see time and time again that this shit is not ready to be deployed in every situation. But people are so fucking hungry to start using it for everything. It doesn't work. I bring up the editing program I use, Descript. Has a ton of AI tools you can use. And you're a fucking idiot if you use any of them. Even the reason I use it, it's a text-based editing thing. It's like editing a Word document if you just use it as an editing program. But even the simplest shit, like if there's a word you want to take out, you can either go to the actual audio track, highlight it, and delete it, or you can just click this remove button. Even that fucking remove button doesn't work. It will leave little fragments of the word. It's like AI is not good at this shit.
The question I have for people that truly embrace AI is, why do you want to be dumber? Like, why do you want worse things? And because here's the thing, like every argument is always this like moral, people will be like, well, if I don't want to spend all my life writing emails for work, you're spending 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And on top of those 30 seconds that you're spending, you're building communication skills. You are interacting with people. You are living in the world. When you do that, are work emails insufferable? Yeah. Some of life is insufferable. And that's how you grow sometimes and get like the easy thing is almost always going to be the thing that makes you worse.
Yeah.
Like I get that you've saved a whopping 8 minutes a day using ChatGPT. You're not using those 8 minutes to learn sign language.
But even then, even beyond just like individual people using it for shit like this, the fact that companies are trusting it to the degree they are, the fact that Amazon let this shit happen, it apparently this AI program or AI tool they were using gave some developer information from an outdated internal wiki page at Amazon. And it's like shit like that just is not going to happen if you have regular human people doing shit like this. And that thing we mentioned earlier about companies spending $700 billion investing in AI, Amazon, 200 billion of that. They've invested more than any other company on Earth.
Good. I hope they lose all that money.
Yeah, I hope everyone who's invested this much in AI loses that money. And they are doing it almost exclusively in the name of shedding workers. They, in October, laid off around 14,000 workers, mostly middle managers, followed by another 16,000 in January. That's on top of another 27,000 laid off between 2022 and 2023. And in public, they said the layoffs were about, quote, transforming the culture, but internal documents cited the need to adapt to, quote, transformative technology, end quote.
That's what they're transforming the culture.
Yeah, exactly.
They're removing the culture from the culture.
And I think the explanation for why companies this big are trusting AI, even though it's faulty, is it's probably still cheaper than paying people. Like this internet outage that they had, it's probably still cheaper to deal with than paying people who might do the job properly.
It's very Ed Norton in Fight Club.
Yeah.
You know, like I go and I decide if it's cheaper to fix this or if it's cheaper to pay out.
Yeah. And I really do think that's a big part of AI is it's just training us to accept mediocrity and to accept good enough.
I mean, the more I interact with it, the more I'm getting the more militant I am about children having access to screens as well, I truly think we're training them to be overly reliant on technology, to no longer think for themselves, and to explicitly consume.
Yeah, I just think it started earlier than children right now.
Well, sure. Yeah. I mean, AI has been a thing we've been talking about for decades.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the screens thing too. Like we've got what, 15 years of that? Now?
Yeah, but we've got a generation that's now becoming adults. Those those iPad kids in Applebee's in 2008, it's 20 years later almost. Like they're adults.
Yeah.
And they're conditioned to be constantly consuming. So they're not creating. And the only thing they're creating is they want to create the exact copy of the thing that they grew up watching.
But that's what I'm saying. We're not creating a generation of kids who are addicted to screens. That generation is creating kids.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
We're that generation.
Yeah. Once that genie's out of the bottle, how do you get it back in? You know, like
that. That's what made me so mad about, I mean, not actually mad, but there was a Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson movie a few years ago where they played dudes who had to enter the workforce in their like 40s, and they were just overwhelmed by the internet. It's like, motherfucker, you're a dude in your 40s in the 2000s. You know all you need to know about the fucking internet.
Man, though, would have been pretty cool to to just live your life and not have to be on this fucking hellhole internet.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome. But yeah, you're right. They certainly did exaggerate that sort of like, and I'm an old person and I don't know what I'm doing on the internet, you know.
It's like you're Vince Vaughn. You're like 5 years older than me. Calm down. You know about the internet. So yeah, AI, it's coming. It's coming for our jobs.
Coming for your job, baby.
Yeah. I still do honestly think stuff like podcasts and stand-up comedy are going to be mostly immune.
If you listen to an AI podcast, you're the most pathetic person alive.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think that's an audience I'm trying to attract or will ever attract anyway.
Yeah.
People who would be willing to listen to an AI generated podcast.
Yeah, that's like a lateral shift from being a Theo Vaughn listener.
Yeah.
Which is not an audience that I have courted.
No, I can do without the Theo Vaughn crowd. So, all right, let's get to our last two segments. Up first, fact. The day that's happening right now, it's happened before. Last year, and the year before that, and the one before that even. And we have a word for things that happened before today. We call that history. And we're about to talk about some right now. Welcome to this day in history. Ooh, fade it out, Brad. Oh man, history. I don't know if you're familiar with history, Jeff, but it's when things happen before right now and we remember them.
I should study it.
You should.
At a 4-year university, or I could go to war. I could do that.
Why not both? Like Ted Williams.
I did almost. Did I ever tell you about how I almost signed up for the military in the summer of 2001?
Oh, good timing.
Turns out I'm a coward because when 9/11 happened, I did not re-up that vibe.
I, in high school, sent off the information to possibly enlist in the Navy, and a recruiter was at my house the next day.
Oh yeah,
wearing the full Navy garb, and takes one look at me and goes, "Well, first things first, you're going to have to lose some weight." And I was like, "All right, it's been good. Talk to you later, dude." It's like,
see you later, officer and a gentleman.
Yeah, don't just insult me right off the bat, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, first things first, you need to get the fuck off my porch.
Yeah, nice bell bottoms, fuck face. Get out of here.
Yeah. Why don't you go back to the village people, you fucking idiot?
Then I beat the guy's ass. Just jumping. He would have
fucking wrecked you.
Dog walked me. Little short king. I was taller than him in high school, and he would have fucking murdered me.
Hey, why'd you join the military, little guy? Nah, just kidding. I know why.
I know. Take that knife out of my lung.
Sorry they picked on you in high school, bro, but maybe this wasn't the choice.
Yeah. So this was actually supposed to be our This Day in History segment last week when we were going to do this episode, but we would be remiss if we didn't bring up that one of history's most famous unsolved crimes is old enough to drink now. 21 years ago today, meaning 21 years ago today, last week, when we were originally going to do this. A jury acquitted actor Robert Blake, star of the 70s detective show Beretta, of the murder of his wife, 44-year-old Bonnie Lee Bakley.
Bonnie.
This is such an insane story. For one thing, the defense painted Robert Blake as just this feeble old man who was trapped into marrying this woman after she intentionally got pregnant. And it's like, he's a dude. Like, it's hard to trick a guy into having sex with a woman.
Men are famously the recipients of sexual assaults and being taken advantage of. So
yeah, and that's not to say it can't or never happens.
No, but this isn't a manosphere podcast, so we're not exactly running around pretending that like. Yeah,
the idea that he was tricked into this is nuts, and he was old, but he wasn't that old at the time. Like
maybe shoot his wife.
Yeah, he died recently, like not that long ago. So he wasn't that old at the time. Oh, that one of us dropped out.
How did that happen? How was it you?
Yeah, it might have been me this time. They also claimed she had a history of sending letters with nude photos of herself to famous men.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What a nice lady.
Yeah. You couldn't slide into DMs back then. You had to do it somehow.
Man, I got to tell you, working at the comic shop, do you know how many fucking Polaroids you'd find in old collections?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Never found any illegal ones, but definitely
that's good.
Saw a lot of Polaroid Bush buying old magazines, old, vintage Playboys and shit. And because I mean, obviously the resale on vintage Playboys was really good.
Oh yeah, I bet. So Blake and Bakley had a daughter in June 2000 who Bonnie Lee Bakley first claimed was fathered by Christian Brando, Marlon Brando's kid, but paternity tests later showed it was Robert Blake's child. The two weren't married long though, because Bakley was shot to death as she sat in a car outside a Los Angeles restaurant where me and Jeff ate not too long ago.
Shout out to Vitello's. Their pizza is incredible.
That place is tasty in general.
I love that spot, man.
Yeah.
Not particularly expensive either. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not what you think when you hear, oh, that's the place a famous actor's wife got murdered. You assume
it is in Studio City, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not unattainably expensive.
Two people, you're talking two people, you're going to hit a bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably only if you're doing dessert and drinks.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could even get it for less than that.
I mean, I really like several things that they offer there. Like, it's fantastic. It's a great spot.
Yeah.
You guys should take us to Vitello's. Send us a gift certificate to Vitello's.
Yeah.
So Adam and I can sit in the Robert Blake booth.
Alex Schmidt sent me a gift certificate to a restaurant down here near me recently, and the restaurant insisted on delivering it in person. And I was napping when the owner came by. I know it was the owner because I talked to him when I went and ate there. So he just took a white envelope, put the certificate in it, and wrote, "Happy birthday, Adam," and taped it to my front door. No name, no explanation. I was like, have I been activated? Am I about to do some spy shit? This is very exciting. But no, it was
just cool. What was the restaurant?
I think it's called Whale and Ale.
Oh, yeah. We've actually been there.
Well, we tried to go, and they were having a private event.
That's right. They kicked us out.
And here's the thing, Jeff. Very good. That fish and chips. Woof.
I love a fish and I love a chips. So that's good.
I love a fish and chips. They also bloomin' onion.
For as anti Outback Steakhouse as I am, you can't fuck with the bloomin' onion, man. That is...
No.
That is the only flaw is that it's a 9,000 calorie appetizer. But if you're eating at an Outback,
I'm
who
pretty
cares?
sure
You're not counting calories.
I'm
It's
pretty
fucking
sure
incredible.
Just an onion, so it's almost no calories.
It's a vegetable.
Yeah, it's good for you. So yeah, check out the bloomin' onion at Vitello's sometime.
Yeah, we may have lost the narrative here. But Robert Blake and his parrot definitely didn't kill his wife.
Yeah, it's
according to the law.
And what's crazy is the prosecution actually produced two witnesses who were former stunt doubles who were like, hey, Robert Blake paid us to kill his wife. But then the defense proved that they were both cocaine and meth users.
Oh, a cocaine user in Los Angeles?
Yeah. Did something.
That means there are no reliable witnesses in LA.
Yeah. Also, That
Me and you are the only reliable witnesses in LA.
that to me would just speak to them being desperate enough to do something crazy for money. But somehow the jury was like, well, we can't trust them now.
Yeah, you're not going to hit up your local teetotaling churchgoer to kill your wife.
And meanwhile, Robert Blake's defense, I couldn't have shot my wife. I was retrieving the gun I left at my booth in the restaurant when she was shot.
What kind of gun was it? You think it was a Beretta?
I hope so.
I'm the first person to make that joke, by the way.
I think you are. You should write it down. Use it on stage. Do it with your, add it as a tag to all your Monica Lewinsky stuff.
I'll be like, yeah, it's going to be Robert Blake. And then I'll go, who loves you, baby? And everyone's going to be like, first off, we don't really know who you're talking about because we're a modern audience. But also, if I did know, I would realize that you are talking about a different person.
Yes. Yeah. This is such a crazy crime. That I remember hearing that excuse.
It's not crazy to kill your wife.
To make your defense. Oh, no, I couldn't have done it. I left my gun in the restaurant.
Also, don't kill your wife.
Don't kill your wife.
We here on the Monday show fully do not endorse you killing your wife.
I really don't. That is always one of the most baffling things about these fucking true crime shows. Just get a divorce.
Yeah. We do endorse you getting us a gift certificate to Vitello's.
Or honestly, Outback Steakhouse I'd take also.
That's fine. I'll have a cheat day soon.
So last segment, this one's going to be quick. Jeff, we haven't done it in a while. Let's get to some celebrity birthdays. Celebrities. They're just like us. For example, did you know that just like you, every celebrity has a birthday? It's true. If you don't believe us, we're about to prove it. It's time for celebrity birthdays. Fade it out, Brett.
Adam, before we jump to this, we just missed the celebrity birthday. We just missed it. March 20th.
Oh, that's right. Spike Lee.
No.
Spike Lee.
Adam Todd Brown.
Oh, that's right.
You had a birthday.
Nifty. Guess who's 50?
What?
50.
You should stay in town and do nothing for your birthday. That you did 3 days ago is what I mean to say. We're recording this while you are listening, folks.
Yeah. As we record this, I'm prepping to head to Arizona.
That's right. And then I will see you when you get back for a punch in the kidneys.
Yeah, that's what I asked for. Every birthday.
Beating Adam.
All right, here we go with the celebrity birthdays, the lesser celebrity birthdays.
Well, the major, yeah, obviously. Well, these ones are big too.
Well, these are big, just not as big as me.
No.
But I think everyone can agree it's worth celebrating. Taxonomy? I'm guessing
it's
TXUNAMY.
I mean, are we doing a bit? Because I'm assuming it's tsunami.
Oh, is it tsunami? I guess. Maybe it's Tex and Amy. You ever think about that? Maybe she's from Texas.
Yeah.
Either way, YouTube star 16, one of my faves. Angelo Marasegan, TikTok star 21. What's your favorite Angelo cut?
You want me to pick just one? Nice try. Nice try. I celebrate the whole catalog, Adam.
It was a trick question. Karina Kurzawa.
Oh, shit.
YouTube star 18.
Oh, that makes me feel bad about having a positive reaction to that when you're like, she finally turned 18.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I'm like the Olsen twins perverts of the 2000s.
God, there were so many of them. Damn.
That's gross.
Yeah. Gino Calvero, YouTube star.
Sounds like the guy working the front at Vitello's.
Right? Except he's a little young. Are all of these YouTube stars fucking underage? No. Case in point, typical gamer. YouTube star, 33.
Hitting his Jesus year.
Oh, that's right.
And he's already accomplished more than Christ. He's got way more than 12 followers.
Quando Rondo, rapper. 26.
I'm going to say it. It's a great fucking name, man.
It is a fantastic name.
That is an elite name.
And he looks cool as shit.
Let me look this guy up. Hold on. Before we move on, I want to see what this gentleman looks like. This Quando Rondo. God, yeah, he does look cool.
Yeah.
Man, his body tattoos are cool.
He's probably way more famous than we're letting on. I don't know a ton about modern rap music.
He has 3.8 million followers on Instagram.
Has he ever been on a Big Daddy Kane song from the 80s? If so, I'll know all about Quando Rondo. Otherwise, sorry.
Sorry, you're not on a Slick Rick joint.
Slick Rick just dropped a new album.
Yeah, he did.
Jumper who? YouTube star 19.
That's a bad name.
That is a bad name.
It's no Quando Rondo.
How about Shifty, but with a V where the I would be? YouTube star 21.
Man, we really ran out of names, huh?
I think do you think he just tried to sign up as Shifty and YouTube was like, nah, someone took it, but here you go.
They're like the guy from the Butterfly song.
Oh, rest in peace, Shifty Shell Shock.
Oh, R.I.P. You would not have been a reliable witness in a court of law, according to the state of Los Angeles and the state of California.
T Grizzly, rapper, 31.
See, that's a good name again. That's a good one.
Another cool name.
All right, hold on. Now I got to see what T Grizzly. I don't care about what all these other people look like because they're also teenagers. T Grizzly, he's 31, so good for him. T Grizzly, he looks cool. He looks pretty cool. He looks like a football lineman that ended up getting into rap.
Yeah, he looks grizzly. He looks, and
he's Suge Knight coded in his size. He's a large man.
Yeah, and I don't mean murder scene grizzly. I mean like bear grizzly.
Yeah,
he looks like a bear.
Yeah, that's a good name to pick.
Yeah, but like in a cool way. He doesn't look like a stupid bear.
No, like if there was a white version of him, he'd be Kodiak Jack.
Yeah,
a big, he's a strong looking man. I bet he's a good rapper too. I mean, obviously he's great. He's here.
Yeah, if we're mentioning him among the likes of Typical Gamer and Gino Calvero.
Yeah, if he's got Jumper Who space,
Yeah. And last one, Kylie Song, TikTok star 20. That is Kylie with 3 eyes, Jeff. Put them wherever you want.
I don't want to put them anywhere.
I mean in her name.
Wait, she has 2 eyes at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't like that the first thing I looked up and it said Kylie Song and they went, Kylie Song age? And I'm like, no, that's not what we're doing here. No, good for her.
And then we got a bunch of honorable mentions.
Lessers.
Yeah, I'm not sure who any of these people really are, so I didn't even write down their ages.
Actually, one of them is a funny one that you dropped in.
You got Kyrie Irving. Kyrie, maybe it's like the 80s song. Kyrie, I think it's Kyrie Irving.
Kirai.
Damon Album or Albarn. Damon Albarn.
No, he makes albums.
I think he's in a band called Blore.
Apes. My apes.
Yeah.
My apes. That song. He's like, well, I'm having a very good time. I make music. It doesn't rhyme. You remember that?
That guy. Yeah.
I'm a cartoon, and everyone knows that Tank Girl is also a designer thing here.
I don't know why I put this name with the honorable mentions because she's very famous. I just didn't know she spelled her name this way. Perez Hilton, Perez.
Oh, so here's the thing. Oh, Adam. So Paris Hilton is a famous DJ. But Perez Hilton is a famous, the worst person that we allowed to be famous in the 2000s.
Yeah, I'll have to look this one up and I'll bring it back to the show next time.
I personally think Perez Hilton is one of, we should have never allowed that person to become famous, and that I think they did a lot of damage.
Yeah, Perez Hilton, breaking kayfabe for a second. Yeah. If anyone should have been slapped in public for the content of their jokes, it was Perez Hilton, several times.
Because those jokes were just
mean.
Also, he was I'm pretty sure he was running around, and I don't know how you would say this, but in gay face, he was.
Is he not gay?
I seem to recall him having a family at the time. Granted, that isn't anything.
Pretty sure Perez Hilton's always been openly gay.
No, I mean, he's got a wife, right? What's the single father to his 3 children, born via surrogacy? Never mind. Okay, I was off. Never mind.
Yeah.
Fully retracted. He's still a huge piece of shit.
He looks like a tall Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, he's got a whole lot going on. He also used to insult people's looks a lot. And I'm like, dude, you can't be walking around with that fucking equine mouth talking shit on how people look.
Yeah, Perez Hilton sucked. He has kind of owned up to it, at least, instead of doubling down on it. So good for him in that way, I guess. Anyway, back to people we haven't heard of. I don't know how that guy got in this list. Ayesha Curry. Maybe it's Aisha.
Like the Fonzie.
Oh yeah, Asia.
Aisha.
Maybe it's like Asia.
Yeah,
Asia.
Asia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Famous author.
Yeah.
And author of one of the greatest comebacks in the history of Twitter.
Which is
someone told her to get back in the kitchen and she said Miami, LA, or like she named like all of the different places where she has homes.
Well, it's interesting that you know that because this is a list of people we are unfamiliar with.
No. I pieced that together, but I forgot that.
Oh, Randall Park.
Pratt.
I think that's just a place. That's not.
Yeah. We go to Randall Park. Yeah.
Yeah. Randall Park turned 25 this week. It was open in 2001. Carrie Russell. I think that's Kurt Russell's kid.
That is Kurt Russell's kid. The one that was like a hockey kid.
Yeah. She's a hockey. I think she's a goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle Monaghan.
Oh, from Constantine.
Oh, right. Sure. Oh, I don't know. Richard Grieco. I don't know why he's in the.
He should have been in the top part.
Yeah, everyone knows Richard Grieco. Come on.
One of my favorite bits is the art episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where they're like, he's doing like a Grieco thing.
Oh yeah.
He's wearing like a leather baseball cap backwards and stuff. It's really funny. He's doing a Grieco thing.
And then last two, we got Catherine Keener. Oh, she made all the toys in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Keener Toys.
Keener, yeah.
No, it was Keener.
Star Wars brand.
Yeah, they made all the Star Wars stuff.
Based in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Ooh, Sin City. Love it.
The city of sins.
And last but also least, Gino Ariema.
It's actually Aura MMA.
He's mentioned as basketball coach, but it says women's basketball coach. But I looked it up. He is a guy. So I don't know if someone just messed up.
Yeah, he's a man basketball. He's a male basketball coach.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's another nay.
But yeah, as someone who doesn't even like sports, I've never heard of him outside of that. I just wanted to clarify that he is a guy. So Jeff, that's our episode. Thanks for doing the pod, except for Jeff.
Oh.
What the hell do we have to plug before we get out of here? I don't know. I'll have other stuff to plug soon. Jeff, what do you want to plug?
Well, I have cool friends. I have a show called Jeff Has Cool Friends, which you can get early access to uncensored episodes with bonus content over at patreon.com/Jeff May. That also includes access to the exclusive monthly flow with Andrea Gazzetta and early access to Nerd with Dre Alvarez. Adam, we did Clerks, the animated series. How exciting is that?
Did you do the clip show episode?
We covered the whole season of 6 episodes. And of course, all the stuff I do with Tom Ryman, Tom and Jeff Watch Batman on Gamefully Unemployed. You're the all the stuff I do guy, not Tom. I only do the one thing with Tom. Jeff Has Cool Cards on YouTube. I sure would like it if you followed, subscribe to that. That's free and it helps me a lot. Let's build that fucking YouTube up so I can monetize that shit.
Build it up.
Build it up. Build it up. And then Matt, hey there, Jeff Rowe 2 on Instagram, and Mint on Card is the second Friday of every month. A blast from the past in beautiful Magnolia in Burbank, California.
And I think that's it. Let's get the fuck out of here. Jeff, say goodbye.
You get the Gino Ari MMA rookie card, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. We love you.
Gem Mint Mail.